All right, hello everyone. Here we are, hole 5. And I think with Thor's hammer, we should still be good off the tee. For the second shot, sniper should be okay. Kind of clubbing up to Cataclysm could also kind of help you as well. But let's just try to get by here by doing this. And if you've played this hole and watched my other guide, I kind of mentioned this. You'll see that the first fairway, it's kind of almost level with where you are, maybe +5. It's very, very minimal elevation. Whereas shooting to the second fairway, it's kind of completely different. You'll see that it disappears. You'll see that it's on definite lower ground. However, where we're pointing in this first one, it's very, very little elevation change from the tee box. You'll see that it almost starts out uphill just a little bit and then just kind of drops off. So it kind of nets almost nothing, but it is a little bit downhill. So I'm going to use +5 for this hole. But if I have to end up shooting to the second fairway, then I'm going to need even more, maybe +10, +15, because it's far lower ground. But let's see what we can do here. I'm going to put my Thor's hammer on. +5, 10.9. Got some angle to this. 7.5 rings. You know what? And I'm also going into overpower, so I'm just going to crank this up just a little bit, because if I'm going into more overpower, that's going to require more ring adjustment. So you'll see that you'll have roughly 5-7% of overpower here, so I want to make sure I account for that. So I'm going to go 8 rings here and also a bit of curl, so you can see with where I'm aiming. Also a bit of curl, like I mentioned, almost full on my overpower. Hopefully that great ball doesn't cost me. Well, let's take a look. So far, so good. So far, so good. So there we have it. And we're able to slide it through here, no problem. Get ourselves in a nice position to be able to take advantage of this hole. So one of the things that you'll definitely notice on this approach, it's always uphill. It's not one of the most uphill holes in the game, but it's very, very close. Like, it's a very obvious over. Now, not down here where my opponent's landing, so you wouldn't use as much elevation here, maybe 5%. But when you shoot up to that other one, you'll see that the hole goes, it almost disappears from view. Now, as I mentioned, this isn't quite as high as an elevation, but it's at least, a 10 to 15% elevation that you'll need to go here. And what I usually do is kind of top out at about 20. You'll never really see me need to go with this new ring model. You'll never really see me need to go 20. So here you're going to see that I'm going to, well, first off, I'm going to be at max. I meant to put an angle to this, kind of get it right around here. So let's take a look here. I'm going to I might even need just a little bit of power, as you can see. And I'm also going to go about 11.4 rings. So you're going to see me do this in one pull and just kind of estimate more or less. You can see just a little bit of power. So that's where the distance is coming in. Let's see how this comes in. Looks pretty good, just a little bit too much overpower potentially, or maybe just a little bit too much topspin. But you'll see that I have a very good guaranteed eagle here. And that'll be the important part, is getting it in the fairway, giving yourself that nice opportunity. And again, as I was mentioning, also notice I won't need very much spin at all, between 0 and half a bar of topspin. And going into a little bit of overpower, I'm not too afraid to do that. So I do like the sniper precision, as opposed to not having the ball guide. But if you had a Cat 7, that's what I would bring. Cat cat 5, cat 6, technically you can bring it, but you're going to have to do some visualizing of the shot yourself, or just kind of shot or like spin, basically memorize the spin and just try to focus on land zones and just trust your line more so than anything. But you can see that I have, you know, just an easy picked up win here. Just going to put it right on the very back of the hole here. And we're just going to slam this one in. So good luck with that hole, guys. You'll see no real difficulties here. If you play very strategic and smart, it shouldn't be too bad. So good luck, and I'll see you guys on hole 6.